This is the agenda for today about me, clients look like for us, what referrals look like for me, and what good referral sources look like for me, which is often a better referral, a better long-term referral, and it's a lot easier to get in my experience. So this is a review of my family. This is my lovely wife, Allie. We've been married 8 years this year. Started dating in college. She broke up with me for a couple years after and then came back. And these are my boys, Hudson and Harrison. Hudson's the most active. He's done basketball, he's doing golf and tennis and swimming right now. So, and his little brother adores him and looks quite a bit like him. So these are the solutions that we provide, from small desktop devices that are on a commercial level to big floor model copiers. These are what the solutions look like, and there's technology and other things that I'm not going to go into today that tie into these that allow them to be more impactful in businesses and for clients we work with. This page is a little bit about us. So we are the fastest growing Kyocera dealer in the country, which is one of our primary manufacturers. We're the third largest Kyocera in the Southeast. So that's out of all, we've only been here for 3 years, since February 15. And we recently were rated one of the top 100 fastest growing companies in Atlanta. So that's across the board from any company of any size. So we're doing good things, and the plan that we laid out is working. So this is to demonstrate the scale of clients we work with. So I've had some questions recently about clients that from a national level, as well as stuff that, hey, I have this opportunity, is it too small for you? So from just a device like this that's on the small level to clients that have offices across the country are well within our bandwidth to be able to support. The majority of the clients we work with probably are the second item here, which is they have 1 to 2 main copiers, or they have 1 or 2 copiers and maybe a handful or a couple dozen printers that they want us to support. So nothing's necessarily too small, nothing's too big, as long as the client's spending a couple $100s a month on average, so $2,500 to $3,000 a year on print costs, toner, ink, replacing printers. You're at a level where you can at least get a better ROI for your money from a solution like me. Once you start doing more volume, more dollars, more spend, there's more opportunity for savings. So this is Copiers 101. The way that any copy you've ever seen, any copy you've ever used, something that sits on the floor, it's either leased or purchased. The majority of businesses lease this equipment for either 3, 4, or 5 years. 60-month terms are the most common. And then they all have a service contract with them. So the service contract, it's not like going to Best Buy, do you want the service contract or not? I've sold 1 copier in 12 years that doesn't have a service contract. You have a service contract on it that includes toner, parts, maintenance. You're not paying for that stuff. You're not paying for the technician to be out there on a per call basis. Every page that comes off that device has a billable rate to it, has a fixed rate to it, and the client, whether it's me or anybody else in the market, they're paying a company a rate to support that page. So the big thing that we're tracking and that we're working with clients on is what's their total operational expense for print in their environment, whether it's leased equipment, whether it's owned equipment, regardless. What we're trying to do, in most cases, this is not a revenue generating asset. For a print shop, yes, these equipment is revenue generating, but for most businesses, this is just an operational expense. So that's how they look at it. So this is an example of a typical copier like this size. On a lease is going to be a couple $100s a month. And in this example, if a client's running 10,000 pages a month, 10,000 pages is 2 boxes of paper. And there's different rates for color pages, and there's different rates for black and white pages. For a simple example here, I assume that 70% of those pages are black and white. So on a monthly basis, if this copier is in your office, you're paying somebody around $236 a month for support. And within that total nut, it includes all the support, all the toner, my guys that come out and fix it, everything like that. So in this example, on year 1 of this lease, the total operating cost for this device is $436. So this is what I talk about when I say clients who are 2 or 3 plus years into their contract, because the lease portion of that is a fixed rate that doesn't change for the term of the contract. The service portion increases every year. The industry average is probably 12 to 15%. In this example, I use 10% to give you an example of what it looks like over the term of the contract. So this is where it gets tricky, because typically what I look to do is how fast can I get back down to the low price, or if technology changes or your business changes, technology getting cheaper for the same product, so how do I get back to a lower price, that price or a lower price? What often happens, especially over, and what I've realized down here, there's a lot of relationships or people are just busy, business is good, whatever, that at the end of this 5-year term, instead of taking them back to that price, they take them back to this price. So that's, and then over years and years of contracts, you have budgeted $550, or, and again, this is going to start to increase every year too. So pretty soon that one device that was costing you $450 is now $700, $800, and it can get, well, higher than that. So that's why having me review once you've had 2 or 3 years into a contract or have done business with somebody for a long time is worth your time, is worth a quick conversation. I'm not getting as far as I thought I was going to through this. So service, this is a little bit about us. I'm giving you some examples. So this is a small example. A general contractor, they're spending $150, $200 a month, running less than a box of paper a month. There was a small savings, but for the same dollars, they got a lot better service, better technology, commercial level technology that's more designed for their volume. This is a fleet support example. So this is a medical group that we're working with right now. They've got 20 locations. They're spending $200,000 a year, $17,000 a month. They're producing a lot of paper. 20 copiers and 80 printers. The printers are unmanaged, so, and there's a bunch of different devices, so they've got like 20 different models, and so if just from your one copier or printer you have at your house, once that one dies, you have this ink or whatever you've already bought. Well, take that times a huge multiplier when you have a lot more devices. So our solution will simplify that. They'll have 1 or 2 supplies that they have to keep in stock. It'll all be automated by us. We'll send it to them automatically. And in this case, this is an example of even a big company had contracts that with a legacy vendor where they were spending way more than they should have. We're saving them $90,000 a year to roll out this program. This is a referral we got from another partner of mine that's in another chapter who was reluctant to join a BNI. Anyway, long story short, because I'm running out of time, the referral he got, they have 200 devices. The initial thank you for closed business will be over 300,000. They have more equipment. It'll be probably $1 or $2 million at a BNI in less than a year from him. So these are what good referrals look like for me, but referral sources are more important. So managed service providers, so people other than McBride, people who sell phones, movers, anybody who's in a B2B space that's dealing with financial, operational, or IT are really good referral sources for me, and usually we're complementing each other in our service.